I'm doing it for my daughter.
I don't care how long. I don't care if it takes you 6 years.
Might take a while.
They make murder needles?
Oh, yeah, you can murder needle.
Where?
Pfizer makes them.
What about that guy Watson, the guy who made the What is a Woman documentary? That guy? What's his name?
Oh, Matt?
Matt Walsh.
Matt Walsh?
Matt
is that him?
Walsh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Matt Walsh.
He's.
I mean, all the right wing stuff that's pro-Israel. Is he on with the Ben Shapiro thing?
Yeah, he's like
that's what you would do is you would target the stuff that's obviously like the bathroom stuff and the drag queen shows, and then you'd ignore the source of the problem.
Yeah,
is how you would do it. So yeah, those people. But I don't know how much of it is by design versus how much of it. Well, I guess they probably get money. They get money from who? Ben Shapiro.
Yeah,
he's the $100 million sort of linchpin of that organization.
Make sure you don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't bring this up.
I would say I'd say they're all ops. I just give it a blanket, a nice warm blanket. I say they're all ops.
Ben Shapiro watching the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I don't know where you'd call it an op though versus just anybody who's in an organization is going to have shackles on and
but a convenient plan,
parroting.
Like a coordinated softening and watering of controversy is a campaign of warfare.
But I think that's pervasive. I think that's like almost everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere because it was very, very orchestrated. But I mean, that's just how it goes.
I don't know if it's very orchestrated though. Like I think it just might be. I think it's orchestration that happens just based on people.
Like planned incompetence in a way.
No, but it's just people like it's their genetic. Their genetics playing themselves out. Like if you're a member of a group that has a very high in-group preference, that's how the orchestration happens. I think
by skin.
by something like that. Yeah.
There's many different ways to do it, and it's been happening for a couple hundred years. I don't know how long we are right now. 200 years in.
Well, media interface would be a modern weapon.
Yep.
So media interface and its organizational weaponry would have to be like a 50 to 70-year-old thing, whether we, you know what I mean?
Well, civilization ended with the invention of the printing press. That's when you could not come back from it, no matter what. There's no coming back from it, even then. No coming back.
So as soon as we started to organize the reality of reading other people's thoughts, it was it. That was over.
As soon as you rely on something that is printed by somebody else instead of knowledge or oral tradition, that's when everything can be rewritten in 15 years.
Yeah.
Man.
I remember there was people telling me about this in like 2005.
Yeah.
I was like, yo. I was like, what? He's like, nah. He's like, nah. It's all in caps. Like, you're a part of the corporation. And I'm like, this guy's crazy. The years go by. I'm like this. Okay, so if I eject myself from the corporation, I become one of the guys in the street peeling his asshole apart in front of everybody.
Do you see another one of Obama's lovers got murdered?
Oh, no.
Have you guys seen this?
Yeah. Okay. Joan Rivers calls Michael Obama.
You
know what happened after that, Chris?
Remember?
Chris, for you younger guys, you know what happened after that?
What?
You know when they thank all the dead celebrities at the end of the Oscars?
Nope.
They always go, they leave her name out of it.
Didn't even mention Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers, and we don't even comprehend how famous she is.
And do you think that the country will see
Joan Rivers
the United States will see the first gay president?
She was a megastar since the 50s or 40s. Wow.
So
12.
Let's just calm down.
Got it.
Remember the doctor was taking selfies and...
Silly Billy.
So what happened to
love
Obama's
that.
cook? He was sad?
He was sad. And he didn't know how to swim,
He couldn't cook.
Get out of here.
and it was 8 feet of water. So you hypothetically could have sank to the bottom and then jumped up, but he just didn't. He didn't know.
Well, they always go back to the scene of the crime. They all do.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take it personally when they do this and that. I just, it's behavior that's kind of learned. But I couldn't. When they start talking about Tom Hanks, I'm not talking about Tom Hanks.
Why?
Look at him. Listen to him. Listen to his voice. Look at his face.
What do you
I give a
mean,
shit about
Charles?
Tom Hanks?
Charles.
Route 66 is the shoes, the one shoe. Tom Hanks. That's enough. I'm out of here. That's Tom Hanks? No, I don't care.
But what's Obama why can't he just fuck guys and keep them happy and have good gay guy relationships?
It's a good question.
Why can't you just fuck your cook, get him, go on vacation with him?
Why does he have to ruin it?
Why are you gonna kill him? I'm gonna tell someone about this, Barack. You broke my heart.
Silly Billy.
That's his gay cook lover.
Maybe he just couldn't cook.
What? You said you fucking loved me. You open your mouth, I'm gonna kill you. Why? What's wrong? Why can't we just be in love?
Damn.
Why can't he just be in love and have a gay relationship with his cook? Why's he gotta kill him?
I don't think the people are
Big
ready
deal.
for it yet, but they will be in a month. So just wait a month and then it'll come out.
Shit.
Just time lords.
Get it? I don't get why he's got to destroy and kill, drown all these guys. Imagine if he drowns himself. He's like, yeah, he jumps in the pool. He's got a weighted vest on.
He's got a scuba tank on. He's looking at him.
He's got scuba gear on.
He's in the deep sea gear, like the big, huge gear.
He's got like weights on his ankles. He's like, he's really good at drowning people. He's guy's just like
In 8 feet of water.
in 8 feet. He comes out of the pool filter.
He's only a half inch. His nose is a half inch out of the water.
Just enough. He's
He's in the
torching.
water's like right here.
Yeah. His hands are out of the water.
Damn.
Well, don't mean to make light of this potential crime, but I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, you don't even know if the guy even existed. Now, I know that's crazy, and I know it doesn't even lead anywhere. That's why I don't follow any news. I guess I'll just say it again.
Well, you
Let's
think,
move on from. Let's move
No,
on.
all
from
right.
we could do 20 minutes of Pizzagate every.
No,
so right.
no.
Or none.
You don't want to be thinking about that.
I want to think about
It
Obama
does-
being a passionate lover.
It does
Let me-
such damage. Yes.
Just be like, why don't we go
Just
out and have some
remember the good
oysters?
times.
You know, during
We'll
during
walk
the
on the beach
Obama
and go
days,
kiss
Just
my man
remember
neck.
Michelle dancing on Ellen.
Yes. Please tell me you guys have seen the Anthony Weiner interview with that guy.
I saw.
I only heard of it.
I saw 3 seconds of it. I knew it was going to be
is it him for going
Heavy.
off the handle after being asked something?
heavy.
I'll say this: it might be the most important piece of interviewing in the last 12 years, 15 years.
Why? Who told him to make a public appearance?
Who told him to make a public appearance? Who let this guy? Who let the dogs out?
No, but what?
I figured it out.
What's it gonna do though? Oh,
I figured out. It's a Charles thing.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's controlled demolition. Everything.
I watched as much of it as I possibly could without like subscribing to the guy. So I watched like 25
You were
minutes.
very.
I like this guy.
Who? This guy?
Yeah, I like this guy.
Who's this guy?
I don't know. Paul Baby Day.
I like
He's ego. He can't help but come back. It's a thing.
It is. I think he's a part of a psyop thing. I think this is what they do. Put him back out there and normalize him. He talks about a sex addiction in where they try to normalize it.
They normalize it because in the past there'd be a response that would be rather extreme. But this is like a mockery. It shows that you can talk about anything. People can know about anything. Everyone's laughing about it. There's no response. There's no justice. So I mean, it's not. I'm not sitting here calling for justice, but
by
who
the
am I?
end of it, as I don't like Anthony Weiner, obviously, right? Obviously, I hang.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's obviously a
He has
fucking
certain
pedophile.
proclivities.
And that now instantly by the end of it, I'm like this. Fuck, this guy just literally talked his way through straight up. Like, yes, I'm in counseling, and you're like this as like a consumer of it.
Something that if you had in possession, you're getting years.
Anybody here would be in fucking state. Whatever.
Years. You wouldn't even hear from him.
He's like this, but like he's normalizing it and humanizing.
You're
it.
saying to the average consumer,
They're
watching this and it sells.
This guy's not. This guy just literally put his head back above water.
Damn.
He shows everyone that you can get away with it, and then you can go on tour and be a celebrity. But well, you see, it's right off the bat. I mean, you can argue about feel you this, feel you that, but there's no such thing as that. I refuse to even talk about it. There's only abuse and there's not abuse. You know what I mean? There's no such thing as a proclivity that goes into that realm. That realm is a realm of strictly abuse. So there's no like
It's
the
not like a
tendency. It's a
sexual
crime.
thing.
It's a crime. It's not a disease. It's like I mean, it is a disease. It's put into you, but we don't have to talk about
When
that.
are we going to see what's on the laptop? Is that ever coming out?
No, none of that stuff comes out, and you're better off not knowing anything about that sort of thing. And even if it did come out,
I think that's enough Anthony Weiner, Chris.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You can keep talking about it, but just stop looking it up.
yeah, sure. I don't.
This guy's fucking face.
I bypass the stuff because I see. Well, I'm not Mr. Smoke and Mirrors, but I can see these things play out. I can see theater. I can see parade. I can see mocking. I can see ritual. Look, I'm not an expert, but I just know. I know green screens and WWF when I see it, and if it wasn't for a
Kayfabe.
purpose, it wouldn't be live.
Yeah, right. And that's like, who let this guy out of the box?
yeah.
Like, if people are shooting themselves and so on and so on, like we believe, like right, like okay, fine. You got Frazzle Drip on there. You got Hillary Clinton, Hugh Aberdeen, putting it on their face, saying Latin words, doing fucking Ashkenazi.
It's damaging knowledge.
Right. Like
damaging
doing that.
knowledge.
Okay, no problem. The same power that has whatever power they're speaking to, they're like, send them back out, put them on a radio show. Yeah, sure. Now I'm like this. Oh, okay. All right.
It's a joke.
Yeah,
It's
it's all a
controlled
joke.
demolition, We can only just wait. I mean, look, we don't have to keep into this, but what do you wait for? The real installed official social credit, a food shortage, no electricity, no gas, whatever. What do you do? Wait for one of those while this is on. That's all. And I know, and I'm not doom speaking, trying not to, because you think about these things and it makes them happen. That's why there's always fear of this.
Well, it's always micro.
These things don't matter.
Even in the doom scenarios that like will eventually play out. Because I when you guys are great forecasters and you can see 5-7 years details, which is like good enough. And my thing is like it's never 100%. It's always like 30%. Like even like food shortages totally gonna happen. Gas, all that could happen.
You can't buy meat.
I'd be eating a lobster. I'm never not eating a lobster, and I mean that. And I don't care what that sounds like. You know what I'm doing that day? I'm going clamming. The second I hear Californians can't drive anywhere and they're stuck in their homes and people are dying, cool. I'm going to the Matunic Oyster Bar and getting a seafood tower.
That sounds great.
Because I live in Rhode Island, and people would do nope. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? It's never in 100%.
Trust me, I understand, because if you worry about it, it'll
ruin you.
It collectively makes it happen. You can't worry about it, and you can't obsessively prepare because I mean there's certain things you can do, but and there's also that prophecy that's like shaken in front of your head to scare you, like people that see the future, they know it. And you really battle not to turn into one of the sign guys, like the end is nigh or whatever.
I think they're just going to keep it the way it's been going. I think it's like it's one of those what's it called when there's two curves and they got to find the optimal point, like fuel to air ratio versus whatever. Like it's just like the point where it's like the fine tuning point. It's like
it is pretty good right now.
Fear versus tax revenue. Like how much
tangent line?
How much money can we extract from these people?
Yeah, before they wake up.
Yeah, it's like how do we keep them at the peak simmer of like paying tax revenue and like centralized government power, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean?
And allowing like politicians to be like sculpting infants on yachts without them finding out, but with them to have enough money to sculpt yachts.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
All people somehow could self-actualize and become like geniuses, or have MBAs from Columbia or something like this. Like it's just like school. Like they have to be in the right environment and they have to grow. They have to be. It's like a plant. Yeah. They have to be given the right amount of water and nourishment. And it's like most people are just bad. It's like this is what it says in the Bible. Like humans are wicked creatures. And most people are like defective in some way or another. It's just statistically like that's how it is. Yeah. It's like the 80-20 rule. People are just. Have you ever heard to become the best version of yourself? That's like a thing. That's the thing that Elliott says. It's like we're going to become the best version of ourselves, guys. And for a lot of people, that's applicable. Like you could easily go learn a new language, get a six-pack, get another stream of income, whatever it means to you to become the best version of yourselves. But there's a lot of people who the best version of themselves is dead.
Yeah.
Like it's just you walk around outside. There's people like abuse dogs. I saw this lesbian couple once, and they were yanking a dog. They were yanking on the chain of the dog, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And these two fat dilly they were like, "It's what the trainer said to do."
Yeah, I'm sure. What trainer?
Shit like that.
Yeah.
People throwing containers of like styrofoam food containers out in the ground. It's just like fucking people are. There's a lot of people who the best version of themselves would be dead.
Yeah, the jump rope guy at my gym. Jump roping in the middle of the aisle because he's a fucking attention star.
The place to find these people is at the gym.
Gym's got a lot of them.
If you hose down a gym with a flamethrower, you'd be doing a service to the world.
Yep. I don't want to be that day, but yes.
The Edge in Warwick, there's a screamer.
Is that a truck outside, Chris?
Yeah. That's a bus.
Okay, can we, Trevin, can you use the bus reducer on that one? I don't want to give people the impression that I'm like an anti-human or anti-natalist or something. I think that other humans, that's all we have. It's not like there's something better, and it's not like people don't have the capacity for good. It's like anything that's good that's ever been has been a human thing. But the sketch that we did was the tools you need, and it's the funniness is how misguided it is to think that you can take a homeless person and rehab them into a whatever, like IT tech support. We got to somehow give these homeless people job training.